Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty's main attraction, Zombies. Zombies has been a staple of Call of Duty since 2008 when we got a World of Warcraft. Then we got Black Ops 1, then we have Black Ops 2, then Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 Zombies, Cold War Zombies, Vanguard Zombies. I know I'm also missing World of War 2. We've seen the highs, the lows, the mediums, the expectation not met, and the expectation being met. But most of all, we have seen Call of Duty being able to take feedback. But today we're here to talk mainly about how Call of Duty has been able to progress with BO6 and expectations that we'll be hoping for be implemented on Black Ops 7's release. But let's take a pause and look back and mainly focus on what we were promised back when BO6 was about to launch Zombies. So the devs promised us a round-based focus where they were bringing new experience with the launch of two maps, Liberty Falls and Terminus. Liberty Falls being the prior of Terminus. They promised us a better playing experience, easy games for people to be able to dwell in. But when Liberty Falls, it was met with a lot of criticism from veteran players, them stating that Liberty Falls felt easy, quote unquote, forgetting that the main objective of Liberty Falls was to bring newer players and to be able to enjoying zombies in order to grow zombies as a whole. But let's leave that and we'll go talk about it later. But Liberty Falls was a good map. What made it so special was how easy, how everything was set stone, how you could be able to go high rounds with it. But most players felt like as if Zombies was lacking in its story mode. Like it wasn't hitting the goal. It didn't have the soul that it used to, as some would quote say. Zombies was a hit or miss. But I would personally say Zombies was stable. Zombies had a solid foundation with Liberty Falls and Terminus release. It had a good core base to run with. It was stable enough for veteran players to be able to enjoy the game, for new players to be able to have a better explained experience. Overall, it did hit the mark that the devs had set for, boosting sales, boosting expectations, and boosting reviews from all critics all around. Call of Duty had a good platform to move from, to which, give me a moment saying this word, Citadel de Mons, the Tomb, those were the next two maps in which they did push from. The maps were good, focused more on veteran players, focused more on harder gameplay, and focused more on the Dark Ether story mode. To this came Shattered Veil and Reckoning, which also did fall into experienced players mainly. But let's now track back. Instead of us thinking about who it did fall into, you could go back to the story and see that Call of Duty was actually listening to the feedback that we gave them at Liberty Falls and Terminus about the story not being the best. They kept on building it up until giving us more and more Easter eggs, harder Easter eggs, I would say. All this has great expectations in which the Call of Duty community is expecting a lot from the devs and the maps. But this comes into the next point, what we should expect from BO7. BO7 has been put with a pedestal that has a lot of expectations. We should expect a lot of maps from BO7 at launch. We should expect better narration of the Ether story and also a deeper meaning of what's happening in the Ether story. Better, smooth gunplay, stable updates, clean routes for speed steps, and also good entry points for new players, as well as stronger points for experienced players. Faster updates because players, that's what we ask for. Veteran players, that's what you always ask for. More updates, better content, and also better solo support to be able to save and quit. All this is to be able to push a better narrative for BO7, to be able to push your skills, to be able to push a game beyond that it could ever could. Now to get off script, BO7 has a lot of expectation. I would say probably more into the Warzone and multiplayer sector than Zombies in my I would say, because if BO7 doesn't perform well in multiplayer in Warzone, it could be Zombies that's the only thing that's going to hold. And if also Zombies doesn't hold, Call of Duty is not going to be able to make, not revenue, I wouldn't say revenue, it wouldn't be able to retain players as much as it did. Because now it's competing with Battlefield 7, Delta, other games. Oh, it had that luxury of not having to worry about other competitors. But BO7 is in a tough position financially and literally. BO7 is going to be the make or break. It's either going to thrive like BO3 or give us another downfall like BO4 Zombies. BO7 is what's going to give Call of Duty back the confidence it once has. It's either going to give the devs the luxury to be able to say, okay, we can hold off that. But BO7 is the holder in this point. And I want to emphasize BO7 is literally what Call of Duty has to push out to the audience saying we still got it, we still have it. And as I can see from the update that they're giving us through multiplayer Warzone, they are listening. They really want to take back Call of Duty. The investors want to take back Call of Duty to where it was, to not the grace, but in a position where it's able to keep the community enlarged and also be able to have constant stream of money flowing. Because let's be honest, lesser players means lesser revenue. It's true. It's basic finance. But I'm just gonna stop rambling and just give you guys a conclusion of what I think BO7 needs to do. BO7 has been given a great foundation. I mean, BO7 Zombies has been given a great foundation by BO6. BO7 needs to build. It needs to go deeper on the Ether story. When I mean deeper, I mean deeper. They give us a plain cake, no cream, no nothing on it. This time, Call of Duty actually needs to give us the whole thing. It needs to give us a juice. The role playing in the game needs to get better. The shift needs to get better. And in all seriousness, it just needs to be an overall good game. A game that can be able to compete with its other competitors. Well, that's it for today. I don't have too much to say because the game is literally coming out tomorrow. I just have to say good luck to Call of Duty. I hope when I make the next video, the update, that we will be singing Kumbaya, saying, "Oh my God, I was so wrong." Please, Call of Duty, make me wrong. I would beg and pray that you guys can make me wrong. Please listen to the streamers. Please listen to the people who actually do this zombie video, like Mr. Ballin, Mr. Waffles. Listen to them. They're the people who make all the day in, day out, pushing content for BO6, the day in, day out. I was watching their videos to help me do my stream, coming soon, by the way. I was watching videos of them in order to help me. So please, Call of Duty, listen to the people who do this, who make a living off this. Other than that, I just want to say thank you guys for everything that you've done. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for the likes. Just want to say you guys have a fantastic day and take care. And please enjoy BO7 while you still can before it let's just be honest, just enjoy it.